All right, so today we're doing something a little different, a little unique.
Yeah.
We're going to be diving deep into just one quote.
Interesting.
Yeah, but trust me, this is not your average inspirational quote.
I like a good challenge.
This one's got some layers to it. You know what I mean? And it really makes you think about how we understand, well, everything, the world around us, really.
Sounds intriguing. Let's hear it.
Okay, ready. Here it is.
She left to give you by hoping on.
Okay, I know this is bad.
And I left the hump with the monk on whether you make me traumatani. These come out and made the very synchronix yes about your.
Okay, to get an obteni at the neck cap.
Oh, wow.
Now, I know what you're thinking. I've suddenly launched an international podcast.
It did cross my mind.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We got an expert here to break it down for us, help us figure out what it all means.
Happy to do it.
Welcome to the deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
So first things first, got to start with the basics.
Absolutely.
For those of us who, well, don't speak Hindi. What does this quote actually say?
Basically, it says, forensic science speaks when evidence is silent.
Okay.
And then it repeats the same idea.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but in English.
Forensic science speaks when evidence is silent.
Exactly.
Huh. So it's like, it's saying it twice, once in Hindi and then again in English. Why do you think they did that?
I think it's for emphasis, you know, like a drum beat. It really makes that idea stick in your head, makes you remember it.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like they're like really trying to drive home this idea that this is important, you know, maybe even like culturally significant.
Yeah, I think so. It's not just about conveying information. It's about highlighting a certain way of thinking.
Okay, interesting.
About how we approach evidence, how we search for truth.
Gotcha. So let's dig into that a little bit.
Sure.
Evidence is silent. That's a really powerful image, right? But like, what does it actually mean? It's not like, you know, fingerprints are literally whispering secrets to us.
Right, of course not.
So what are we talking about here?
It's a metaphor.
Right.
Think about it. Think about those times when the evidence doesn't give you a clear, straightforward answer. You know, maybe it's incomplete. Maybe it seems to contradict itself. Or maybe it just leaves you with more questions than answers.
Yeah, I get that you hit a dead end.
Exactly. And that's when the evidence is silent.
Uh-huh. So it's like a puzzle with missing pieces.
That's a good way to put it.
And that's where forensic science comes in.
Right.
To fill in those blanks.
Precisely. Forensic science brings a whole set of tools and methods, you know, to analyze and interpret that silent evidence.
Okay.
It helps us to extract meaning where we might not have seen it before.
So in a way, it's almost like giving a voice to the voiceless.
Exactly.
Okay, so I can totally see this in like a crime show,
Right,
right?
really.
You've got, you know, a crime scene, no witnesses.
Seems like a dead end.
Right, but then, boom, some tiny little fiber, barely visible to the naked eye, ends up linking a suspect to the scene thanks to, I don't know, DNA analysis or something.
That's right. Classic.
It's like that fiber was screaming the truth all along.
But nobody could hear it.
Right. Only forensic science could actually hear it.
Yeah.
But this idea, this silent evidence thing, it goes way beyond just catching criminals, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Think about archaeology.
Yes.
You're digging in the dirt.
Right.
You find a shard of pottery.
Or a few bones.
Right. Or a few bones.
Exactly.
These are fragments of a lost civilization.
Yeah.
Silent remnants of an entire way of life. And through careful analysis,
right,
archaeologists can begin to like piece together.
That's right.
What life was like thousands of years ago.
It's like putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Wow. Yeah. So it's like they're listening to the whispers of history, trying to understand the stories that these objects are telling.
Stories that might otherwise be lost forever.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just archaeology, right?
No, not at all. Historians use silent evidence all the time.
Right, all the time.
Think about, like, I don't know, deciphering ancient texts or analyzing like the brushstrokes of a centuries-old painting.
Right.
Each detail.
Each anomaly.
Yeah, each anomaly can hold a clue to understanding the past.
That's the beauty of it.
Wow. And I bet this applies to even bigger questions too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like how do we even know about climate change? I mean, we weren't around millions of years ago to track the temperature.
That's a great point.
Right. So how do we know?
We rely on silent evidence Things like ice cores.
Ice cores.
Yeah, and tree rings.
Tree rings, okay.
Scientists analyze the layers within these natural archives
Oh, wow.
to reconstruct past climates.
So it's like reading the Earth's diary almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to understand the long-term patterns of climate change.
To understand where we came from and where we might be going.
So in a way, forensic science, it's like learning a whole new language.
I like that.
The language of silent evidence.
It's a language that speaks volumes.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a language that's spoken everywhere, right?
Everywhere you look.
Yeah. From a crime scene to a dig site.
To the rings of a tree.
To the rings of a tree. And the more fluent we become in this language, the more we can understand the world around us.
Uncovering truths that might have otherwise remained hidden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been amazing.
It's a fascinating topic.
It really is. And it makes you wonder what silent evidence exists in our own lives. You know, in our areas of interest, our work, our relationships. What if we started to think about things a little differently, trying to tune into those subtle clues, those hidden messages that are all around us? What kind of amazing discoveries could we make?
That's a great question to ponder.
It is, right. It really makes you think. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope you've walked away with a whole new perspective on the power of silent evidence.
It's been my pleasure.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.